Thank you very much, Ashraf. Good morning, everybody. I'm always pleased to cooperate with Global Trade Matters. Started our cooperation many years ago. At that time, Ashraf did not have white hair, and I did have hair. So things change. And as the world now is going through huge changes, I subscribe to what the previous speakers had mentioned in the last session, Kopi and my friend Dan Katerivas, about what's going on in the world. And for us to understand what we are doing and what we can do is we have to understand the environment that we work on. I think the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, had called into question the global value chain. Global supply chain has been disrupted, and the premise of that global supply chain that's based on offshoring and one kind of globalization is coming to a very deep scrutiny, and people we are rethinking, should we go this way, or we are thinking of reshoring and nearshoring. So there is things are changing in that area. And I will link that to what's happening in the textile. Also, what's happening in Ukraine had called into question the world order itself. Multilateralism is under a lot of pressure. All the multilateral organizations are strained, with be it the UN Council or the WTO or the WHO. So, and there is a lot of challenges for that from different players around the world. So the world as we know it is no longer there. The world that existed when the quiz was signed and operated, I think is no longer with us now. Egypt and Israel and the United States had got into that project not for the benefit of just the commercial benefit or the profit that it can generate, but it was one way to get people to know each other and connect with each other. Did this happen? I think very limited. Unfortunately, we were not able to expand the circles of cooperation on the Israeli side. It came at a time when Israel was phasing out the textile industry. There was nothing left for us to buy from. And that made put a lot of strain on the development of the quiz itself. So we have to rethink what we were doing and how we are doing it. Right now, and I had the pleasure of meeting the Israeli delegation and our good friend Sonia Franceschi from the USTR last night. We discussed all this openly between friends and the partners. And I think we need to rethink what happened and where to go from here. And we should find ways and means to remedy that situation. When I mentioned the pandemic and its effect on the global supply chain, it offered new dynamics in terms of how people are sourcing in the United States and in Europe. One thing was all the retailers had in mind is to no stock. You have just in time. They have everything just arriving to the port, from the port to the shelves. No buffer. Now it's this switching to just in case. What happens? What are you going to do? So the thinking is now on the brand and the retailer side is different, and it should be also different on us as manufacturers and producers on both sides of Sinai. So I think that's the crux of the issue right now. We have to find ways and means to overcome what we have been suffering all the past year. Now, these new dynamics offer Egypt a great opportunity. Although the Chinese government had announced the reduction of their exports of textile by 15% long before the COVID. That 15% is equal about, at that time, 45 billion. Maybe now it's 50 or 55. So that's a huge amount of products. And in the meantime, now when the Americans and European, which are the major markets that Egypt goes to, think of bringing their suppliers closer to home, Egypt stands a very good chance, because we are at a stone throw from Europe, and we are much faster to the United States compared to Asia. From here, we call to the east coast of the United States in 11 to 12 days, when it takes from China 30 days or from Bangladesh 6 weeks. So that gives a lot of advantage, given the increase in the shipping cost. This cost becomes significant in the landed price of the garment. So all this is making the possibility of not only doubling our exports to the United States, which is now stands at 1.2 billion, it could be double, triple, or quadruple even, if we, our industry here can expand fast enough and meet the demand that we see every day. Every day we see new customers. Every day we see the current customers expanding their portfolio with us, going from a customer specialized in denim or buy denim only from us. He wants to buy shirts, he wants to buy T-shirts. So they are expanding their portfolio, the current customers, and the new customers are coming for the first time to Egypt. To meet that demand, I don't think the old situation will be able to cater for it. So this is why the discussion we had last night, how can we expand the supply from the Israeli side, how we go into non-conventional items, and we need some creative thinking, and also we need the support of the USTR to think with us how to expand that issue. I think I will stop here, and I will be happy to talk again. Thank you.
Thank you.